And here we go, one of the fights I'm really excited for. Let's have a quick rundown of the tale of the tapes. This is Nick Ball versus Brendan Figueroa. Nick Ball, 28, 5'5" with a 65-inch reach, taking on Brendan Figueroa, who is 5'8" with a 72-inch reach. A clear height and reach advantage for Figueroa, but that's something that Nick Ball is more than used to. He's been in there with taller opponents and dominated them. I remember when he fought Ray Vargas, and he just bullied him round the ring. He really bullied him. Somehow that was given as a draw, but so the height isn't a problem for Nick Ball. I mean, he's 5'2". He's always going to concede height and reach, but he finds a way to get inside and put the pressure on, just as he is now, starting this round very well, pushing forward. But this is a great fight. Probably Vargas's toughest test since winning the title. I think Ray Vargas and Raymond Ford were both. Oh, Figueroa catching one there to the body. There's a good shot landed there by Figueroa. But yeah, Ray Vargas and Raymond Ford, two very good wins on Nick Ball's record. But since having the title for Ronnie Rios, TJ Doherty and Sam Goodman, so I think this definitely represents a step up. Close round there. I'd say it was Nick Ball's, but it was very close, with Figueroa wobbling Nick Ball a little bit. Nick Ball putting a lot of pressure on, as we expected him to do. Let's see the scorecards as they come in. So that is slightly for Figueroa. Figueroa getting it by 4 points as we start round 2. But yeah, real interesting fight this. Brendan Figueroa, former champion as well. And so he's used to these fights. He's been in there with Steve Fulton twice, lost both of them, but he beat Luis Neri and Mark Maxeo. So there's some real good wins. Come back with a win against Jot Gonzalez, and now ready to make another go at the featherweight world championship. Previously held the bantamweight title. I mean, I don't know how he got there, because he's a tall guy for the division. Kind of like a Fondora of the lower weight classes. And you know, I can understand if people are a little bit disappointed with this fight, because I remember this time last year the talk was Ball against Inoue, and I think that's a real interesting clash of styles and a fight I would really love to see, but we seem further away from that. Oh, Nick Ball has gone down. Can he get back up? Back up at 6, right at the end of the round there. A round that was going well for Nick Ball, but he may have threw it away there. You never know with these judges' scorecards on this game. This is Sierra Championship Boxing. The judges are a little bit wacky. Yeah, so a 10-7, a 10-9 and a 10-10. So quite an even round there. Figueroa just in front in this fight by 6 points. That can easily be overturned. That's less than a round. It's a great card that we have coming up on this day. We've got Brad Strand making his return. I remember him out against Dennis McCann. That was a good fight, but he was a little outclassed in that. And Baluta, he fought Baluta, and that was a funny fight. It was a close fight, but the scorecards were wild on it. And Baluta getting the win. A lot of people thought Strand got the win in that one. So it'll be good to see him back out, see if he can make moves towards that European title. Good shot there by Nick Ball. Up quickly though, Figueroa. Probably should have stayed down and ran the clock a little bit, I think. He looks okay, he's coming forward. I think he could survive the round here. Good shots by Nick Ball. A great little 1-2 combo. Snapped the head back, snapped it back again, and putting Figueroa down. And that brings us to the end of the round. Interesting to see the scorecards on this one. Again, like I say, you can never be too sure, because Figueroa was pushing forward and doing a lot of the work. So 2 10-7s for Nick Ball and a 10-10 in there. That brings this to an even fight. We're on an even kill, 4 rounds in. We also have on this card Jack Turner. He's fighting Urbina. Another fight along the path for Jack Turner. This kid, he's a real hopeful. Oh, and Figueroa goes down. He's up again. Nick Ball starting to land some power shots, and it may not be too long until Figueroa's out of there. I mean, he's looking good skill-wise, but he keeps getting caught, and he can't keep getting caught by Nick Ball. He has a bit of power and a bit of ferocity. Oh, another shot. Another big shot landed. Still in there though, Figueroa. Can Nick Ball turn the screw here? Is the fight turning? Figueroa started well, but now Nick Ball edging back into it. And this is the case in a lot of Nick Ball's fights. They get tired. They get tired physically and mentally when they're fighting Nick Ball because of that style. He is always on you. He's in your face every second. And he's hitting you and he's throwing you and he's pushing you off. And a lot of people don't. Look, Ray Vargas especially didn't know how to deal with that. And Raymond Ford couldn't overcome that either. And Raymond Ford was being tipped as a top fighter going into that. And he was just derailed by Nick Ball. Scorecards, all three going for Figueroa. 2 10-7s and a 10-8. That's giving him an 8-point lead going into the 5th. But yeah, good to see Jack Turner out on this card. Another win, and he's taking them steps. Probably will be looking to go British title, European title, and then possibly world. He's currently ranked with a couple of the governing bodies. Oh, and Figueroa's gone down there. He gets up quickly, but there's a lot of time left in this round. That could be it for Figueroa. He's not taking too much damage, so he may survive. Nick Ball should have been more assertive on getting on it. But it's a real good card, this. We've also got Andrew Kane, probably in his last fight. Oh, 2 good shots back to back from Figueroa there. Rocked Nick Ball to his boots, not once but twice. That could even this round up, which is looking like a Nick Ball round after the knockdown. But them 2 shots really stiffened Nick Ball there. And another one, that's a third. A cheeky little uppercut. He went down, threw it up, and he caught him there. Interesting round. Be interesting to see what the judges are calling for this one. Scorecards coming through. Where are they going? All 3 for Figueroa. Wow. Wow. That was a knockdown there. But Figueroa is starting to build a sizable lead, but he can't keep getting put down because eventually he won't get back up. And it's as simple as that. Never been stopped before. That would be a real statement from Nick Ball if he was to stop him in this fight. But like I was saying before, we also have Andrew Kane on this card, which this really is a WBC final eliminator. He is ranked, I think, almost with all of the governing bodies. So if he... Oh, we've just had another knockdown. Nick Ball touching the canvas there. And really starting to fall behind in this fight. That is not what he needed at all. But it will be interesting, like I was saying, to see Andrew Kane out. Because in his last fight, he tried, but that fight was a stinker. Charlie Edwards really making a nullifying affair. I actually had Charlie Edwards winning that fight, but I can see why he didn't get it on the scorecards, because he was very non-committal and made it a very boring and quite tough to watch fight, to be honest. But Kane's ranked highly with everyone. He's 15th in the WBO, 5th in the IBF, 5th in the 15th in the WBA, sorry, 5th in the WBO, 5th in the IBF, and 3rd in the WBC. This is a WBC final eliminator, and that title is currently vacant. I think this is an eliminator, not a final eliminator. So, but this, I mean, he wins this, he will definitely be in line for a shot for that vacant title. If not, there's a real chance he could just be handed it. I believe, yeah, I believe that's the case. I think, or is Inoue the champion? Either way, he is really on the verge here of getting that title shot, one way or another. Good shot there from Figueroa. Really good shot there from Figueroa. And that's the co-main event for this one. So there are stakes all across the board in this one. And I mean, Nick Ball is one who's probably looking to really take that next step. Like I said earlier, I'd like to see him in with a new ad. I don't know if that's possible now. The other big fights would be against the other champions in that weight division, in the featherweight weight division, and there's some good champions there. None huge blockbusters, but there's some real good options and some good unifications that are possible. We're into the 8th round here. Sizable lead for Figueroa. Continues to put the pressure on. I really think it's the reach that Nick Ball is struggling with, but he snaps the head back there. He snaps the head back, and when he lands, he is landing strong. Figueroa is feeling every one of them shots. He really is. So we saw just on the weekend Bruce Currington, and he's at featherweight, WBA champion, WBC champion. What a fight that would be. What a fight that would be. Bruce Currington, he looked really good in moments, but he did get caught in that fight. And, you know, I think there was moments of struggle with the Mexican coming forward. And another good shot there by Nick Ball. So coming up to the end of the round here, be interesting to see after Nick Ball landing them good shots, has he won a round here? He really needs to, because the scorecards are starting to get away from him. Let's have a look at these judges' scorecards say. So Nick Ball currently 29 points behind. He will need pretty much all of the rounds. And that is a good way, a very good way to head towards that happening. Putting Figueroa down again. He's been down a few times. Not enough to give Nick Ball the lead. Figueroa landing a good shot to the body there as well. And this has been the biggest problem. Whenever Nick Ball does land, does put it down. And again Figueroa going low, then body shots are catching Nick Ball. And I really think it's the reach that he has struggled with in this fight. But looking forward, next week we obviously have, I believe it will be the 3rd Zuffa card from the Apex, and I think this is the best main event that they've put on so far. We'll get to it in a minute as the round's about to end. We'll see them judges' scorecards come in. It's a tough round score. Figueroa getting at least 2 wobbles in there. Nick Ball getting an early knockdown. Nick Ball really needs this round. He gets it on 1 of the scorecards, but 2 going to Figueroa. Nick Ball's down early in this round. Nightmare. It's getting harder and harder for Nick Ball. But yeah, I think that is the best fight that they've put on a Zuffa card. Good shot there by Nick Ball. F.A. Ajagba versus Charles Martin. And Charles Martin gets a hard time, but I think in some of his fights recently, even when he's lost, he's looked a lot better than the guy we saw in there against Anthony Joshua when he walked the earth like a dog. But he had a quiet comeback, but I thought he looked okay in the Gerald Anderson fight. Beat Dan Vargas. The Luis Ortiz fight, I thought he looked really good, and then he got caught and knocked out. And he's had a win against Gerald Washington as well, so there's some decent names there that he's beaten and had decent fights with. The Jared Anderson fight at the time looked really good, even though he lost. I thought he fought well in it, but then obviously maybe Jared Anderson was exposed by Martin Bacoli. Let's see this round again for Figueroa, one of them a draw, 110-8, 110-9. So it is knockout time for Nick Ball. He desperately needs a knockout in this round or the next to give anything in this fight. Further forward, and it's gone the complete opposite way with Nick Ball going down. This hurts me to see. Nick Ball is actually my personal favourite fighter. So, and again he's wobbled. So it's tough to see this right now, because I don't see no way, barring a punch from the god at this point. But yeah, looking ahead, we have Ryan Garcia versus Barrios coming up. For me, this has got to be Garcia's last chance at the top, because I was looking, I'm going to double check this, but I'm sure he's never been a legitimate world champion, which is crazy to me. He's been an interim champion, he has never held the proper world championship. He lost to Rolly Romero for the world title. He obviously beat Devin Haney, but the world title was never on the line in that fight due to him missing weight and then failing a drugs test. So never been a legitimate world champion. Beat Luke Campbell for the interim lightweight championship. Another round loss for Nick Ball. Nick Ball, this is his last moments in this fight. He needs to land that knockout punch. We've also got Rowan Hiroka on that card. Russell versus Hiroka on that card. We've got Rickson Hitchens versus Durante on that card as well. So that is a real good card. A real good card. And on the same night we also have Wood Warrington, which I'm really looking forward to. Nick, he's not going to land it, is he? Nick Ball is not going to land the shot that he needs to win this fight. Oh my god, he's done it! That could be it. He went down heavy as well there. Figueroa, he's not going to make it back up. Oh my god, he makes it up at 9. Nick Ball needs to push forward and get on him. Figueroa is hurt here. He is hurt. The eyes are glazed. He could go down. If he lands the shot, he's not going to land it. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, Nick Ball comes so close to getting him out of there right at the end, but not landing the shot. It is going to be a unanimous decision victory for Figueroa, unless there was like a 50-point swing in that round, which is impossible, I believe. They're adding up their scorecards, and a winner by decision, Brandon Figueroa. I hate this result, but that is what the C64 predicts.